Hi, this is Adam for Metal Wani, and we're here today in the lovely garden of Download Festival with Fred from Dragonforce. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. I have to say that that garden is not very lovely, but it doesn't really matter. It's a garden. It's pretty muddy, actually.
Let's paint a lovely picture for them.
Right. Okay. What a lovely garden.
Il fait joli, très joli.
C'est très joli. Un super jardin.
Oh. Very intrigued to be speaking with you today because, in my view, you guys are metal's perfectionists in terms of the way you produce your music and put it together. But you've gone back and remastered and remixed what was already an exceptional album. In my view, 2012's obviously Powered Within, the Power Within, and you've got this now called Repowered Within.
Mm-hmm.
How come you went back over an album and did it again? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I guess that it was a weird time because obviously we changed singer and we were writing songs, and then Mark came in and the songs were not particularly written for him, and we were focused on other things. The cover, it was a strange time for us. So we actually together with some label partners from Germany, we the idea came out, and we said, yeah, maybe that'd be a good idea to give that album another chance, because the last two albums, worked very well, and some people actually don't really know about the Power Within. So we thought it'd be a good chance to give it like a sort of reboost, not replaying the songs like some bands do, like they replay, and it was just like giving a different production, more modern production perhaps, and like a decent cover, because we're not very happy with the first cover. That something went wrong, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So I guess it was just like it came as someone mentioned it, and we're just like, yeah, why don't we do it? And so we did.
Because it's quite intriguing, because from a fan's perspective, because like I said, you guys are absolute perfectionists in terms of the output. Everything is extremely polished and engineered. So it must have been quite something to go back into the studio and do that. Did you re-record anything at all?
No. It was really a matter of remixing and remastering. And I understand what you're saying, but we always come out with like something that seems very polished, yet there's always like mistakes. There's always a point when you have to say, right, it's time for us to we have a deadline, we need to let it go.
I suppose it's nice for you to revisit stuff.
Yeah.
Have the opportunity in space to do that.
It is, and I understand the fans would go like, oh no, I like the album that way, why would you, so I understand both sides, but for us it's also interesting to you go like, oh yeah, because we at the time, for example, we put that keyboard part too low, or that the bass wasn't loud enough, usually the case. So it was a nice chance to actually just looking back, take a few steps backwards and go like, actually, yeah, we can do that. So it is luxury for us in a sense, and that's a chance to present it to the fans with a different different approach.
Your stage shows are always energetic and vibrant, very much like the music, really. How important is it still to put on a good show at these festivals?
Well, I guess it is important because I don't know.
From a personal perspective, from your perspective, for you, what sort of level do you put into it in terms of,
I don't know. I just want people to remember the show, and I want them to have a good time. So I will go on stage and do what I wanted to see when I was in their shoes. Like, I don't really, because I do that many shows, since I've been in the band for like 13 years and I've been in the music industry for 20 years, I still go to shows, but not as much as before. I was like first row, getting my autographs and whatnot. And I think it's important. I don't really like people standing, their spot and doing nothing. So I think that's something actually when I joined Dragonforce, they told me straight away, they said, by the way, we don't stand still, So the first show we did was in Quebec. I remember well because I had that pressure on me, just like, don't stand still, move around. and they were surprised. They were just, oh yeah, well, you did well, because I got the point. And every time we do shows, people that don't particularly like the music remember the show itself, because nothing's really rehearsed. We just like, we try to to make it like live, as it's supposed to
the
be.
live energy reflects the music.
Live, that's the word, live, as opposed to just like be there and play your part, because obviously it's way easier for me to like sit down and play, and for them as well, like sit down and play your stuff. But what's important, I guess, is just like you go there, you smile to someone, then you go somewhere, do a silly face. And I think that's what people are gonna remember more than if they want to listen to like the music 100% correct, they can listen to the album. But when they come to a show, they want to remember like entertainment, just like wrestling, or
Yeah, it's very important. And in terms of festivals versus your indoor gigs, what's your preference in that?
The festivals might be more challenging, because the entire crowd is not there for you, so you have to grasp their attention and get their attention, and sometimes it's difficult, but like it worked today despite the technical issues that we had. That's also like a festival problem, because like when it's your own show, you have your time to do your sound check and whatnot. Here is like a bit like quick and yeah, and we're lucky like that like for example, I couldn't run all the way there without my bass cutting, so what I do is just like I go there and do a silly face, I go like fuck it. So yeah, exactly. So I don't think people are gonna remember like the cut in the bass, but they're gonna remember that oh, that guy was like, and I think that's, you need to turn that into something positive. So but to answer your question, it's two different things. Like indoors, people know the songs, so there's more interaction. Festival is more of a like a challenge. So both are interesting. Yeah.
So, I just want to say it's been an absolute pleasure to see you again.
Well, yeah, likewise.
It's been a couple of years since we've talked.
Yeah, indeed.
And thank you very much for joining us today here on Metal One. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Likewise. Take care, man.
Thank you.
Cheers.